This video will walk you through accessing your new ISD200 Gmail email account, as well as how to get logged in and some basic features of the account. Gmail can be accessed from any web-based internet browser through a variety of ways. For example, in Microsoft Firefox, if I go to a new tab, I can sometimes there'll be like a place you visited that's mail.google. It might be that I just type in mail.google.com and it'll take you to the login page. To get logged in, you just simply type your email address into the email or phone, then your password, which is the same password that you've always had, or the one that's given to you at initial sign up, and then you get logged into your account. If you're in Chrome and you're logged in, there's several different ways. Again, you can get the Gmail, you can go to the waffle and click on Gmail and get signed in, same sign-in process that I used in Firefox. If you're used to navigating to the Hastings Public Schools website and clicking on the faculty tab and seeing that email link, this will get updated to Gmail once the switch officially happens. So that will definitely be an option as well. Once you get logged in, this is your inbox and what you will see. Compose is your button where you're going to click if you need to send a new email. Over here on the left is kind of your list of folders that you will have set up. I have quite a few because mine's already come over from Outlook. And then the main portion of your screen will be your inbox and the emails that you have. I currently have mine set up where it filters out some of my social, my promotions, my updates. This is covered in another video. You may just see one big list of emails. But you can click and see when emails have come in over here, who it's coming from, a little short preview. If I click into one of these emails, you'll see that my buttons across the top change a little bit, and these are some different actions that I can take. So we're going to walk through a few of these. This stop sign here in the middle is report spam. If this is a message that you know is spam, please don't click on any links in the mail, but then go ahead and report that to Google, and it'll kind of start filtering out some of that information that we don't want to have. The buttons surrounding that spam button are how you want to deal with a message when you're done with it. Do you want to throw it away completely? Or do we maybe need to save it for a while, but without and just make it look a little bit different? So what we can do, if we click this trash button, this will permanently delete your message after 30 days. If I click this delete button, what's going to happen is in my list of folders, if I come over here to the left, I have this folder called trash. And you'll notice that the icon here is the same as the icon up here. I delete the message, it goes into that trash folder. It will sit there for 30 days. So if you realize a couple days later, yep, I need that back, you can pull it out of the trash. But then after 30 days, it's gone forever. If we click the archive button, it takes it out of your inbox and puts it in this folder called all mail, but it doesn't delete it permanently. It just kind of sits out there in this kind of almost hidden folder that you can then search. If I wanted to go back and find that, I could search digital citizenship and this email would show up again. So that's a way that I like to think of it. The trash button I use for daily reminders to take attendance or vendor emails that I don't need to look at ever again. I'm going to delete those because I don't need to keep them. But messages from my building principal about what we're doing on a professional development day, I maybe don't necessarily want to see that in my inbox, but day of the event, I might want to search for that. So I might archive that particular message. Working my way across the top here, this button will simply mark a message as unread, so it shows back up in your inbox. The next two deal with some timing things. Snooze will actually, if I click on this, I can have it pop back into my inbox as an unread message later today, tomorrow, or some sort of customized time if I want to deal with this email later or have a reminder of an event. This one will make a task or kind of a to-do list for me based off of information in the email. The next two buttons deal with how to folder or label something. These buttons look very similar, and the options that I have under folders is going to be all the same folders that I have over here on the left-hand side of my screen. When I click on labels, you'll notice that the names are the same. The way I think about the difference between folders and labels is that folders will physically move the message out of my inbox and put it into a different folder so that way I can search in that folder. With a label, it will keep the message wherever I have it. Maybe it's in my inbox, but I can add almost like sticky notes if I want to have it in both my advisory one, because maybe we want to do a lesson on digital citizenship, but I also want to have it in my tech team folder, or a flag with it that it could be useful for tech team. I could put extra labels or sticky notes on them to mark it that this is that type of message. When I click on the 3 dots, this just gives you a few other actions. Some of them are repeats, mark as unread. We have the same email button over here. You can add a star to it, which is just kind of another way to make it marked as important, create a filter, do different things. We move over to the right, and we have some buttons over here. This will advance you through your messages in your inbox. You can go back or go forward. You have a print button if you need to print an email. You also have this open in a new window, the square with the arrow pointing up to the right. That pops the message out into a new window. And then you kind of have a dedicated space for that message if you want to navigate to somewhere else in your inbox. So you can do that. It tells you the date and time that the message was sent here. You can add a star to it to mark it as important or kind of flag it in a particular way. Then your next couple buttons deal with replying to the message. The arrow would simply pop up so you could reply to the sending email address. If you click on more, you get the option to reply to all. So all participants in the email thread, you can reply to everyone. You can forward it to someone, as well, again, as have some of those same options to print, delete, report as spam. Some of those options are repeated over here in this little more menu. If we scroll all the way to the bottom of the message, again, you'll see that you have those same reply all, and forward buttons. So in Gmail, they have a lot of repetition, so that way you can find things in more than one space. In later videos, I'll go into a little bit more detail about how to organize your inbox as far as creating some of these tabs, as well as videos about composing emails, replying to emails. We'll have some specific shorter videos as we work our way through this transition to Gmail.